What up, motherfuckers? This is Casey Bowles with the Texas Meltdown. Today I'm going to talk to y'all about some things I've been going through, and then we're going to move on to the interview or the sit down, whatever you want to call it, I did with the Robson Band, and it is absolutely great. I laughed just trying to edit it. It was so funny. And anyways, let's get this shit kicked off. We're not really sure how we got here. What we do know is we have no fucking clue what we're doing. Anyways, guys, how have y'all been? Long time no see. So I moved out to South Texas, down to Tilden, Texas, and man, we think we have small towns in East Texas. There is three convenience stores, I'm sorry, I apologize, there's 3 convenience stores. No fast food other than a Subway inside of the Pilot. And there's only 2 restaurants, no bars. I'm having a heart attack down here. But we was working for a company out in West Texas called Berry Brothers, because I'm bad at business like that. Fuck those guys. But we got the fuck out of there, man. They couldn't keep up with our money. They still owe me some money. They still owe Matt money. And like, we pretty much just gave up on getting it from them, and we just went ahead and quit. Because, you know, if you can't pay us, we don't work for fucking free. And I got a phone call saying that to come down here and run a trencher. A big old Vermeer trencher, and I ain't been on one of those in years, man. It's been like 4 or 5 years. So we come down here and work for a guy named KT. He's a cool motherfucker, and I like it. I like it a lot. The scenery's a lot nicer. That's why I've been having trouble getting episodes out. I've just been busy, you know, keeping up with this work stuff because I'm working a lot more hours, and it's kind of hard to sit down in the evenings after you work that long and then just fucking sit here and talk into a microphone. I'm usually tired, man. I come in, I usually take me a little nap, and then watch a little TV, and then pass out. But call me lazy, whatever you want. I don't give a fuck. From now on, we're getting episodes whenever the fuck I feel like making them. Pretty much. I'm gonna try to do them every Monday, but I ain't gonna make no fucking promises. I quit doing drugs. I've been cocaine free since April. I haven't smoked any weed since May, which that was a motherfucker. Like, not doing cocaine ain't nothing. I ain't never had no problem with that. It was just, you know, even doing it recreationally is not good. I just seen a bunch of fucking little tweakers running around. I was like, man, I fucking hate cokeheads. And really what happened is I went to a trap house to go buy some in Texarkana, and I wound up rolling dice like the whole time. I stayed there for like an hour, man. Way overstayed my welcome, I'm pretty sure. I won the bag of cocaine for free, and then I bounced out. And after that next day I woke up and was like, whoa, that's a little too much for me. You know, like, pretty much just puts me in situations I wouldn't ever think I'd be in any other time. And then I quit smoking weed because me and one of my buddies, he was an alcoholic. He's been alcohol free, but he kept talking about how he was tired of drinking so much. And I was like, well, man, you're kind of a pussy if you can't quit, because I mean, you're just using that to deal with your fucking problems, you know. Like, I don't need nothing to deal with my fucking problems. And he was like, dude, you smoke weed from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, and you have for like 10 years. Like, you're not doing nothing I ain't doing. And I said, you know what? You're right. I'm a fucking pussy. And you quit drinking, I'll quit smoking weed. And so far, I don't know about him, but I've held up my end. And even if he doesn't, I'm still gonna hold up my end. You know, I feel a lot better. I think a lot clearer. I don't know. I've always been a fan of pot, but nowadays it's just not something I don't even crave it or nothing. But I will tell you one thing: anybody that says pot's not addictive, man, they're a lying sack of shit. because whenever I quit smoking weed, like, I had night terrors and night sweats for like fucking 3 weeks, man. I barely got any sleep, and it sucked. But I do still drink beer, and I just, I don't drink a lot of beer. I usually come home and if I do drink a beer, it's gonna be like one or two. And like if I go out to the bar, I'll drink a little bit. But I try to keep it, keep it between the lines, basically. Like, weed ain't never done nothing good for me that sober hasn't, and cocaine's never done good anything at all good for me. And it just led me down some roads I never would have thought I went down. Met people that most people probably wouldn't even want to fucking meet. Put me in bad situations more than good situations, and I'd advise anybody, not to do that. And like, I encourage everybody, man. Y'all should get sober if you can. Like, yeah, I get, we all like to party a little bit. A little dabbing, a little blow cane. And I don't regret it or nothing. It's just something I decided, like, maybe you get your cocaine from a little white kid, but I like to go to trap houses, and that's what I don't like. I shouldn't do that. And like I said, man, I'm doing good. Held up on that, and I've been offered it, man. I was in West Texas, man. There's a lot of Mexicans around there that had a whole lot of cocaine, and I never once bought any, never once did any. Same thing with pot, man. I went to that music festival, East Texas Country Music Festival, and everybody there was smoking them vape pens and smoking weed. Now, I could smell that shit out from a mile away, and I never partook. I could stand right there by the people doing it, and man, it just didn't appeal to me anymore. I don't know what it was. Life's been going good. Got this new job. I really like it. And I'm only about an hour and a half from San Antonio, which I like, so I can be around some music, because there ain't really no good music out in West Texas. Nobody ever wants to come out to that shithole and play. I went to a Billy Bob Thornton concert at a 5D Steakhouse in Monaghan. Speaking of bad music and nobody wants to fucking play that shithole, man, Billy Bob Thornton fucking sucks. Like, the only reason you want to go watch him is just say you saw Billy Bob Thornton. That'd be about the only reason anybody should ever go to one of his concerts. And he played for like 30 minutes. Somebody yelled out to play a country song, and named a song. He's like, we ain't no fucking cover band, which I'm cool with, He's like, we ain't no fucking cover band, we play our rock and roll songs, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, alright, man, but you suck at singing your rock and roll songs, so maybe you should try something new. But then some lady did something, and then he left like within 30 minutes. Like, they paid him like $18,000 is what I think the lady said. I'm not positive on that number. I'm pretty sure the lady said they paid him $18,000, and all he played was 30 minutes and got mad and left. Which, I understand you're playing a shithole bar, Billy Bob Thornton, but fuck you for leaving, man. You were like our only entertainment for a long time, and you fucking bounced. So then we went to some little bar out in Pecos, Texas, and it sucked. It was all fucking dudes, of course, fucking pipeliners, and I wasn't really having it. So then we went home. And on the way out here, man, I was pulling this new camper I got, and man, whenever I say my truck pulls it like hell, that little Tacoma was having the worst time. 7.5 miles a gallon. And 65 miles an hour was the fastest I could go. And that's not even counting going up like the big ass hills and stuff. I don't know if you ever been from West Texas, South Texas, but you're driving through the fucking mountains. And dude, I was barely making it to the top of the hills. I hope I don't ever have to pull this thing much farther than that. Maybe back home and I'll fucking leave it, because I don't want to do that shit again. I got the Texas Meltdown a phone number, and y'all can do what y'all want to with it. You can leave me voicemails on things you want me to talk about. If you have something that you would like to talk about or ask me a question about, I've been told I give great advice. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But the number is 903-207-9528. You call that number and, just leave me a voicemail, man. Even if it's just feedback on something, fuck. it's always nice to hear from fans, and like I said, you can leave me feedback, you can ask me questions, you can, if you got something you want me to talk about, fucking leave me a voicemail about it. State your opinion. I might even post it. You never know. Oh, yeah, man. I did something fun the other night. I almost forgot to mention it. I went to the Pleasanton Rodeo, which is my first weekend down here, and it was going on. And Kyle Park played, and he did all right. I forget the band before him, but they were from Kerrville. And I went by myself. Matt didn't want to go, and I was like, fuck it, I'm getting out of this little camper, and I'm going to do something tonight. So I passed the Whataburger, and I'm pulling in to the rodeo arena area, and there's two guys. They looked like they was cool, and they was walking from the motel down the street up to the rodeo arena, and I could tell they were oilfield hands. So I stopped, and I was like, hey guys, y'all need a ride? There's beer in the cooler. They was like, fuck yeah, man, and jumped on the back of the truck, popped open a beer. We were all out in the parking lot drinking after that, and one of them was like, hey man, you like to smoke hemp? I was like, yeah, man, I used to love smoking weed, but I just recently quit. And I was like, wait, you talking about CBD or you talking about like real weed? He was like, no, man, just CBD. I was like, no, man, like, I like to get high. I don't like to get a buzz. Like, if I'm gonna smoke some weed, I want to get fucking baked. And then I remembered why I don't fucking smoke weed anymore, because of shit like that. But one of his name was Cade. He was from like Montana, if I'm not mistaken, or Wyoming. I can't remember which one. And the other guy's from New York. And I kept calling him an Arab because that's what his accent sounded like. But I'm pretty sure he was just a straight white guy. And but they were cool motherfuckers, man. I hung out with them all night. And that was their first rodeo in Texas to ever go to. The New York guy's first rodeo at all, man. And he was thoroughly amused. Watched a bull rider get his head slammed into the fucking announcer stand above the chutes. That was pretty cool. I'm not a big fan of bull riders. Yeah, I met those cool motherfuckers. The rodeo wasn't bad at all. I figured it was going to be a blow-off. It wasn't. It was actually a pretty decent little rodeo. And like I said, Kyle Park played. He did really good. I didn't stay long because I didn't want to get too drunk and have to drive home. I just drank a couple beers, and it's about 30 miles from where I stay at, so I didn't want to make that drive. There's fucking cops everywhere out here. But yeah, I keep telling y'all about this Mo Robson sit down and how funny it was, guys. I'm tired of building up the anticipation, and here it is, Mo Robson Band.
FX, man. FX will let you get pretty raunchy.
They're pretty lax there.
TNT, dude. Have you watched Animal Kingdom? It's a family of like armed robbers. Like they are like surfers. It's Point Break.
So I was gonna say, so Point Break.
It's Point Break, but if they were a family.
Oh, that's sweet.
Like a
Family
mom and
values.
everything. Yeah.
Making America great again.
But man,
Right?
like softcore. That bitch was like softcore porn.
What really?
So it's basically like Californication on TNT. It's my favorite show in the fucking world. Californication. And I like Weeds. And Weeds is real good too.
Weeds is awesome.
Weeds is badass, man. That bitch is so fine to me. But I hated her by the end of it. Like I started out like season like 1 through 3 was cool, and the rest of them I was like, fuck you, bitch. You're really irresponsible.
Yeah, when she gets railed by the like fucking Mexican dealer.
Yeah, on the hood of his car. I was like, this is going south.
Yeah. And I was like, oh. No, the kids over there.
I was gonna say there's kids there.
Damn it.
I'm
So somebody needs to get the color of kids, man.
They probably think you're just skinning a tree.
Oh no, listen, we got kicked out of Hooters one time on Mardi Gras. No, it's St. Patrick's Day. We got kicked smooth out of Hooters. They come up and was like, y'all need to get the fuck out. Like they cussed us and everything. Cause like I kept us out there for 7 hours. Okay, like I'm gonna be hammered drunk, and so is my. You can't get me and my co-host together. That not happen. Well, we're talking to some other musician, and it told me to go get all my signs and stuff. Like it was all closing down. I was like, okay, like this wasn't the time we were getting kicked out. This is just them saying they're wrapping up the whole event. And I go outside, and they're talking about music. And this dude's name's Michael Howard. He used to play for Charlie Farley.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all know who Charlie Farley is. He's kind of a gay rap guy. I don't know, man. He's a country rap artist. I don't fucking like it.
Gay
But
country rap artist.
anyway, Anyway, Michael Howard's a good musician, though. You know, he was just getting paid to do it, so he did it. Anyways, they're talking, so I walk outside, start snatching down my banners and everything, you know, and come back in, and these some bitches are yelling across Hooters about porn and crackheads. And there's like a little kids baseball tournament going on in town. So there's like all these 9 and 10-year-olds running around listening to them cuss and talking about, oh man, it was bad. And the manager comes up to me and like you can see steam coming out of her ear. She's like, Casey, y'all need to get the fuck out of here. I said, yes ma'am. I walked over to her, I was like, we gotta wrap this up like right now. And we did, we got out. And then we come back the next day and they were just shaking their heads. It was like, we're ashamed of y'all. And I'm like, I'm ashamed of them. I didn't do anything wrong. I was being mellow.
You ever just looked up crackhead porn on YouPorn? It's awesome.
Crackhead porn.
I guarantee you it's on there. I don't know.
Nice back pedal. Y'all ever looked up crackhead porn? I don't know. I just heard.
I don't know.
I just heard about it one time.
I made it up.
I mean, you were very specific about the website too.
I've heard it's on there.
Just so we don't go any farther without anybody knowing who y'all are.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here with the Robson Band, and they're really cool guys, obviously. What's your name?
Spud,
Spud, and he's the
drummer.
drummer.
Patrick, lead guitar.
Shelton. Bass.
Shelton.
Bass.
Booze. So where y'all all from? You're from Dallas, right?
Yeah,
The
we all
area?
live in Dallas. The 3 of us. Well, Patrick lives in Waxahachie, but
You know, walks that.
basically right outside of Dallas.
The
Yeah, we're all from
Indians.
Dallas.
The other 3 of
Right.
us are in East Dallas. We all live about a mile from each other. So.
Like East Dallas or like one of the towns east of Dallas?
No, we're in East Dallas.
Okay.
Like about a mile out, about a mile east of Deep Ellum.
Okay.
Old
all right.
East Dallas.
Get tacos, but you also might get stabbed.
Right.
And Shelton's my neighbor. He lives
Tacos and
upstairs.
assault.
Yeah, that's how we met.
Is that really? Is that
Yeah.
one of those things?
Yeah, it was kind of sexy.
Same.
I had my shirt off. He had his shirt off. I was like, "Hey, how are you?"
No, I
And
didn't
he's
have
like,
my. No,
I'm
I
looking
didn't.
for a bass player.
You just
play
happened
your
to have a
bass.
stand-up bass
Yeah.
sitting there by the pool.
Mo had a black leather couch and a camcorder set up in his bedroom.
Yeah.
Let's audition.
As he does.
Rest is history.
I won't touch you unless you want me to, I promise.
Now, these 2 guys came on, what's it, a little over a year now. And Mo and I have been playing together for about 12 years now.
Damn, dude, y'all been a band for 12 years?
The band's been around for
I started this band
20
in
years.
1999.
Jesus.
We put my first record out in 2000 or 2001. But we
You gotta be doing pretty good off this by now if you're still going. Fuck, you wouldn't be doing it if you wasn't.
well, I mean,
Surely not.
you
Y'all
know,
work anywhere outside of this?
Yeah, we all got day
I own
jobs,
a,
side
I own a
jobs.
rehearsal building in Arlington, so I just rent out rooms to bands and stuff.
Is that very profitable? Bands, you
Yeah,
don't have enough
I've had
money
it-
to really
Yeah, I've
pay
had
for
it-
shit normally.
I've had that business now for 10 years, though.
Oh, okay, so it's,
Yeah.
it's well known.
Yeah.
What you
Yeah.
do, Spud?
I work for a company. I do shipping for them, and
You're a drug dealer, aren't you?
Shipping and receiving.
Don't fuck with me.
Import,
man. It's cool, man.
export.
You're not Spud on here. Nobody knows your real name.
I'm an import export.
I don't think I did get arrested one time, and the cop that's arrested, like there's a dude cop, and the chick cops arrested me, and the dude cops asked me about my podcast, and writing down how he can listen to me is this other bitch is handcuffing me and stole my weed. Oh, bitch. Left my one hitter, but took my weed. Like, come on now.
I've spent a couple nights in jail for one hitter's worth of weed before. I was
That's
in
actually
Heath,
in a-
Texas one time, outside of Rockwall, and I got pulled over. I was driving a Suzuki Sidekick. I was a courier, and this was my vehicle. It was a 4-wheel drive Suzuki Sidekick with a soft top, and I was doing a lot of cocaine at the time. And so I'd just drive around with that soft top off,
Just getting it.
listening to fucking Pantera and Iron Maiden. It was awesome.
Best time of my life,
It
I
was the best
swear.
time of my life. I got pulled over in Heath, Texas. Went to jail for. They had this big strip of tin across the front that came down too far. The cop pulled me over for that. And then he found all my drugs. So I spent a little time in the Rockwall County Jail there. That was fun.
Midland County has the softest concrete floors you will ever sleep on. I promise you. I mean, I loved it there, man. It was cold. It was damp. There was Mexicans everywhere. Pretty sure the dude next to me was on meth. It was. He was
Sounds like
definitely
they may
coming
be
down.
owned by the same system because at Rockwall County you get a bed. They give you a bed and a jumpsuit.
Wasn't no
The
fucking bed in
jumpsuit's
this
dope.
bitch. There was like a piece of concrete that come up about 8 inches and then went into a wall, and it was about 2 foot wide, just wide enough you could lay like this on it
It's a pillow.
and hope that meth-headed Mexican don't start going crazy.
Yeah.
I had a guy sneak. He actually made it all the way into the cell with a cell phone one time in a holding tank.
I've never been searched. Like nobody's
And they had
ever.
a camera in there.
You've
But there
never
was like
had-
a little wall you could go piss behind. And so he kept going, hey man, you want to use the phone? I'm like, no, because I know I'll get caught. I'm already in here for this,
What were you in there for?
Yeah. Huh?
What were you in there for?
That was a PI that time.
PI.
Yeah.
You've never had to spread them and cough? For
No,
the,
I
for
did
the-
in Gilmer, and I don't know if like that got transferred with my transcript to any other jail I ever got arrested at. But I told the dude like I was fucked up, man, and like the cop was being a huge dick, but the jailer was real cool. So I like pull my nuts up, and I'm like, "You like that, don't you?" And this dude just like busts out laughing, and this cop gets absolutely irate, dude. He's like, "What did he say? What did he say?" And he's like, "Chill, man. He's not yours anymore. He's with us. Like, go sit down and do your paperwork." But they liked me, man. Anything I asked for, I got. Like I asked for water, they brought me water like that. Everybody was like, "Why you getting water?" I'm like, "White privilege, bitch."
There's nothing worse
Showed us his nuts.
Yeah.
when that
Hilarious.
cop hands you over to the jailers and he's like, "Good luck to you." It's like, "Fuck you, dude. You just put me in jail."
Yeah, like,
Good
you're the
luck to
bad
me.
one. Like,
My luck is not good.
Yeah.
My luck is a lot not good right now.
Looking pretty slim. Looking pretty bad.
It's looking pretty bad.
It's like an unnecessary statement, like it's bad luck from here on out. Like,
Yeah.
buddy, you ain't got to say that.
Why do you have to say good luck, man? Go away.
If anything, tell me fuck off. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, here, fuck off. I would much more appreciate that than you'd be like,
Yeah,
good luck, buddy.
if we could share a fuck off.
You done fucked up? Go to bed.
Yeah.
You make bad decisions, jail slam.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Don't tell me good luck.
You need Jesus in your life.
Yeah.
Slam.
Yeah,
Because
tell me something like that. Make me think about it. Don't piss me off as you put me in jail. Like, that's how fights start.
They just yelled loser at the end of it just to put the cherry on this.
Yeah, loser.
Good luck, loser.
I left the jail one time, and I got a ride home from a guy that I'd gone to high school with. Turns out he was in there too. His sister came and picked him up, and they gave me a ride home, and they gave me this backpack as I was leaving, and I was like, I didn't know I had a green backpack. They gave me this backpack, and I'm like,
It's full of drugs.
I get home, and my drummer that I had at the time, he calls me and he says, "Hey man, do you have my green backpack?" And I was like, "I've got a green backpack." He said, "Oh man, 'cause my weed's in there." And I said, "You're fucking what?" And he said, "Yeah man." And I said, "I just got out of jail and they gave me this backpack back." And he said, "They didn't find it?" And he goes, "Well, I had it in my jeans pocket inside the backpack." And I'm like, "So get this to me straight." So they just released me and gave me a backpack.
I just committed a felony and didn't even know it.
Yeah.
That's winning.
Transport
Yeah.
drugs out of the jail. I wonder what they think about that.
But my wife is still at the Cowboys game with somebody else because I didn't spend the night. Hey, can you come get me? I know we're going to the Cowboys game. You're not going to the Cowboys game anymore.
Did you get a divorce?
yeah, we're not because of that, but
Yeah, what did it take to get a divorce?
a few more things.
Well, I'm scared to ask that question, to be honest. That's pretty bad. I'd be pissed, man. One time when I went to jail in Midland County, these motherfuckers, nobody would come get me. My friend that got me put in jail, basically, he said he broke his hand. He wouldn't answer the damn phone. And I'm like, I had to walk 5 miles across Midland to get my damn truck.
Midland.
Could you imagine that nobody in that waiting room waiting on the people to talk to, I don't know what they were doing in there, but you can tell they were probably all convicts also. And that nobody had minutes on their phone for me to call a taxi or Uber or whatever you call it. I don't know. I normally have my own ride. But my phone was dead and nobody had a charger, of course. And I was like, do y'all have like data? And they're like, yeah, you can look up on maps. I'm like, nobody's got minutes, but y'all got fucking data. Like, this is some damn Obama phone bullshit. Like, come on now. And so I walk all the way across Midland, this towing yard, and that guy's beer cans all on the floor of my truck. This son of a bitch reeks of alcohol. And he pulls my truck to the front and he gets out. He said, any chance you got arrested for DWI? I was like, yeah, why? And he was like, dude, your truck reeks, man. And I was like, you got anywhere I can put like these 30 beer cans at? He said, yeah, here's a trash can. You probably need to get arrested again. I appreciate it, and I flipped him off.
Get rid of the evidence.
Yeah. The cops are really cool, man. They put me in the front seat. It was their fault. They screwed up. Don't put this guy right here. I almost fell down. I did fall down on my sobriety test. I had to use the front of the Tahoe to hold myself up. And they were like, I'm like, can we just like go ahead and get this over? Y'all take me to jail? And they were like, no, you have to finish the sobriety test. And I'm like, y'all are about to embarrass me on camera. That's pretty much all y'all want to do. And it was like this hot Mexican cop, and she was getting trained by this other state trooper. I said, dude, he's real chill. And they put me in the front seat next to old girls. So I'm trying to take her on a date. You know, like, hey, what's up? You know, I'm not a bad person. And anyways, I'm like leaned over looking at the computer, and they're typing all my shit in, and I'm leaned over. I'm like asking her questions about like pointing shit out on the computer. Like, so what does that mean? She's like, that means you got arrested in Smith County one time. And I'm like, oh, okay. But anyways, like I was asking questions. Like my dad called, or I called my dad, because at the time I was working for him. It was a huge fuck up. And he's like cussing me over the phone like, you motherfucker, I'm not coming to get you out. And I'm like, I got the money to get out, dude. Like, I just need you to have somebody in my place tomorrow. That's it. Like, I will get myself out. I don't need nothing from you but a replacement at work for tomorrow. That's it. And anyways, the cop hung up on him. So that made it twice as bad. I got out the next day, like, he calls me at like noon when I finally got to my truck. About the time he calls me, after I just made this 5-mile walk across like 105-degree Odessa, and hung over like a bitch. You know, I ain't slept all night, so I got to have one of them hangovers that set in while you're awake. And
The worst.
yeah, and he's like, I got you somebody at work. Anyway, it bitched me out again about hanging up on him. I'm like, it was a cop that did that. Like, you cussed me so bad, the cop asked me if you were my stepdad. I swear.
Is he your stepdad?
Yeah, they said, is that your stepdad or that like your real dad? And I'm like, that's my real dad. And they're like, damn. I was like, thanks a lot, guys. Bastards. Except for her, she was real cool. And
Did you take her out?
Yeah.
no, man, I didn't get them digits.
Of course you did.
Here.
Just dial 9.
I never looked through my contacts. I probably need to go through my contacts and look
Badge
up police
number.
officer from Midland.
Badge
I
number.
wish I knew her name.
Badge number.
$4,000 later, I got out of that. Had to pay my lawyer $4,000. I don't know what he did with that money, but all I know is that I fell down in my sobriety test and it got dismissed. I don't.
Oh, wow. That's impressive.
Money talks, bullshit walks. I guess.
Yeah.
It took $4,000 from me. I was pretty disappointed about that. You gonna pay payments on that shit?
Amen.
So I was listening to your song Amarillo Sand.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a badass song. I really like that.
Thanks, man.
He said that was like one of y'all's oldest songs.
Yeah, I put that on a record for the first time back in '05.
Yeah.
And then we put it on. We did a live record at 8 Airs. I don't know if you ever been to 8 Airs in Dallas. We did a live record there and put it on there too. But yeah, it's been a good song for us.
What's y'all's latest album called?
The last one we put out was "Can't Afford the Luck," and we're about to go in the studio here soon. I got to get about 3 more songs written, and we're going back in the studio.
Better get to writing. Write one about the Texas Meltdown, Casey Bowles.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Y'all be a fucked up song.
3 more. I just need 3 more songs. Yeah. So I don't know what that was gonna be called yet though. Got to finish the songs first.
Yeah, and then figure that one out.
It's gonna be honky tonk though.
It's gonna be real. I like either real cowboy shit or it's rock and roll. Like I don't like that in between. Like I don't like Luke Combs. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. I don't care if I lose listeners over that. Like he sounds like 10 other motherfuckers out here. Like if I can't tell the difference between you and another singer, like we don't need another George Strait. There's already a George Strait, motherfucker. Like be original. Just because your songs are original don't mean your fucking voice is. Change it up a bit.
Yeah, you gotta have your own.
Y'all sounded really original. Like the whole time I was over there jamming, I was like, yeah.
I just tell you, man. Shit, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have. I'm not saying I didn't have high hopes, but I mean, I was just like, went into it as like, this is probably just gonna be another band. No, y'all was fucking badass. I loved it.
Right on, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hell yeah, I'm glad you dug it, man. Shit.
We just kind of tried to keep it real straight country, man. Not a lot of frills.
You need to give him a song with that voice, dude. It sounded like Hank 3, except like a lot more raspy.
A lot more angry.
I'm not talking about Deer Tick Hank 3. I'm talking about like Gutter Town Hank 3. There's two different ones. There's two different Hank 3s. The same guy, just two different people, basically.
Bud writes good songs.
He
Wrote
does.
one last night. Yeah.
I wrote one last night about trying to get a chick to let me fuck her behind the knee.
Yeah. I think it was
good.
called "Let Me Have Sex with."
Let me have sex with the back of your knee.
Bend the knee.
Wrote it in like live.
I wrote it on the spot. It was a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Bended knee.
Yeah, bended knee.
On bended knee.
Let me bury it in bended knee.
He said, "Let me bang your armpit, baby. Let's make
Where's
some
bended knee?
armpit babies."
Let's make some armpit, baby. Yeah,
Bended knee's a state park out west.
I'm planning on getting really good radio play.
Let's put it right next to Sturgill.
I'm pretty impressed by myself on it. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's gonna go at least gold.
You brought up Sturgill Simpson. That's the only person that can write a song about like mushrooms and shit and get like actual radio play about it.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
nobody else can do that. Everybody's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's got mushrooms in it. We're not playing on our radio station. If you Sturgill Simpson, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DMT.
Man, you can write about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all
you
the-
kinda
all the
get
cool
away with
stuff.
it. Good for him, man.
They had a deal the other day, and they said, just in case you wonder what Sturgill Simpson's been up to lately, he's been floating around on a boat in the middle of the lake listening to John Prine. So they kept telling me he's just floating around out in the boat.
Yeah.
Not just sitting there.
That's not surprising. I think he's probably gonna do one more album, and I think he's done. He said he only want to do 5 albums and then retire.
Yeah, I've heard that.
That's gonna be a fuck up. What's he gonna do? Go live in a cabin in the woods and just get
I
high?
think that's probably what he wants to do. He's been acting lately. He's in a new TV series.
I
and he was
remember
in,
that, yeah.
He was in The Dead Don't Die. Or
Yeah,
Dead
cameo in The Dead Don't Die.
And he did the
he
lead
did
track
the
for it, too.
track for it.
Yeah.
It's a very quintessential part of the movie.
It really is. It really is.
I'm a huge Ryan Bingham fan. Like, I think that's, he's like a real cowboy motherfucker. Like, he grew up on ranches. But I like the fact that he has like a penthouse in LA with like a supermodel wife. But he posts Instagram pictures of him out in West Texas and South Texas, herding cows with his homeboys all the time. Just like, fuck it, you know. And I liked whenever he showed up on Crazy Heart, you know, with Jeff Bridges.
Oh,
he was pretty much giving the dude life advice, and I'm like, that's Ryan Bingham right there,
I
man.
remember getting demos from that dude. Like, he'd, pop up, and he'd be like, hey, man. Here's one of my demos, man. Can I get up and sing one? Yeah, come on, Yeah, he's always cool. Yeah, he's on that show Yellowstone now, too.
Yeah, he kind of plays a pussy on there, though. I mean, I know he just got out of prison or whatever, but, like, all the other dudes are pretty gangster about beating people up. Ryan Bingham's like, he refused to beat up the people that beat up the other guys on their squad.
Yeah.
And I thought that was kind of some bullshit. Even though the guys were mean to him, like, I still, I got friends I hate that are kind of mean to me, and I'm like, dude, like, some people want to start some shit, though, I do have your back. I just don't fucking like you.
He's disgracing the brand, as they said.
I felt like it's a little, I don't think he wrote his own part, of course, but, so I feel like somebody did that on purpose.
Well, what if he did? What if they're like, what do you want to play? No, just make me a pussy.
Make me a big old
I just want to be a pussy.
Just a big old
My friend, Duke Largo, it's a chick, and she's like this redheaded bronc rider chick. And she really does ride bulls and broncs, like, professionally. She has the Shine Frontier Days and all. And she's the stunt double for that one bitch that got plowed over in the poker table, the cowboy poker table.
Yeah.
She's the stunt double for her.
Oh, cool.
But on all her stunts, though.
Nice.
Yeah, now she's on some TV show. I don't know, it's on Ride TV
I need a
online.
stunt woman.
Yeah.
You
What
want
is
it for other reasons.
What does your girl do? She's a stunt woman.
Stunt woman.
She's badass.
She got a broke collarbone, a black eye out of that table, see?
I swear I didn't do it, officer.
Damn. Yes.
She got hit by a bull.
Took a shot. I saw that episode. She took a shot.
She did too.
That's a good show, though.
That's the first thing she said on there. She was like, posting her black eye. She said, I promise y'all, I see the scene. It was all real, and we really did have to sit there and get plowed over by this motherfucker. She didn't say motherfucker. She's a
Make sure
good
you wonder how
person.
many times they made him shoot that
Him
before
and
they
Ken.
got plowed over
Poor
enough.
favor.
I imagine only once after a broke collarbone and a black
Yeah.
eye. I mean, they're like, you know what? This is good.
Get back in there.
I hope they had good insurance.
Rub some dirt on it. You'll be all right.
I bet their insurance company was like, y'all did what?
Did
You ever
what?
broke your collarbone?
Yeah, man, I punched a guy one time and I flexed it too hard.
Seems like
Fucking
it hurt.
popped it.
Seems like that would be one that would hurt pretty
Yeah, my
good.
sister broke her.
It don't feel
thrown
good at
off
all.
the horse into a fence. She was off. She had pulled. She didn't realize until she left lifted her arm up, her collarbone came was coming out of her.
Oh,
skin a bit.
God.
Yeah, she started blacking out a bit. Like, that's
never-
not normal.
Yeah, that's not supposed to do that.
That's grody. Grody, Jody.
How long you had this going now?
Man, since November.
Yeah.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's November 31st was my first episode. Man, that smells dank. I don't want none. but
Help yourself.
yeah, November was my first episode, November 31st, right? If I'm not mistaken, that was my first episode. I've had 19 episodes since, and right now I'm just recording stuff for season 2. I did the last one where every single week I had to do the episode to put out that Monday, and that got pretty damn intense, man. Like, there's a lot of Sundays I'd stay up all night and then go to work the next day because I didn't have everything done. And like, I worked my ass off on it, so now I was like, you know what, I'm recording a lot of this before I fucking start.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
You know?
Edit it together.
Yeah. But the editing's not that hard once you get it down, man. And it took me a while, dude. Like I've never run a mixing board. I ain't never fucked with Audacity or no kind of editing programs and all. So I just use Google a lot, and I'm pretty good at it now. I haven't had any complaints. You can tell my first like 4 episodes where like the volume was up and down and shit. You know, for like us not being close to mic. Then I found out you ain't gotta be. You can still do that, but there's like a way to even everything out on there, like make all the volume stay.
Master it.
Yeah, mastered. Yeah, so where you compress it. What I do is I compress it, and then I amplify it. Because you got to compress it all down to the lowest spots, and then you amplify the whole thing back up.
Okay.
Yeah. So pretty much you got to make everybody's voice go as low, as quiet as the quietest point, and then you amplify it up as high as you want. You know, you don't want to go too high because it'll get like distortion, but
Huh.
Basically master it.
yeah, I mean, that's exactly what you're doing. It's just in a lot less technical than music.
Yeah. You got 10 instruments going on.
Yeah, I mean, by the end of an episode, dude, I'll have like panels all down that son of a bitch. You know, I add music to the beginning of it, you know, like opening song. Now I got my own song that this DJ made me. There's some dude that's a fan named DJ
Nice.
Colt Corley, yeah. He made me this fly-ass tune, man. And it's got me going, I don't know. I'll show it to y'all after this. I don't want to, like, give that away or nothing. But it's like really cool. It got some thump to it. It's a little rock and roll.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
fucking A, dude.
Right on.
It's cool when you got people providing you content.
Yeah, it was free too. I was supposed to pay the dude, and he was like, "No, man, just give me a shout out." And I guess there's a shout out, Colt Corley.
Yeah, DJ Cole.
Yeah, DJ Colt Corley from Nacogdoches, Texas. Actually, he's from Woden, which is right there
Spent
by
one
Nac.
semester in Nacogdoches.
Got kicked
SFA.
I went to Laterno Private Christian University. They kicked me out of the first semester. They said I didn't fit in. Motherfuckers. Like, that's the only time that those people could say that to me. I get it. I kind of didn't. I had like 3 friends, and they were all pretty much against me smoking cigarettes, drinking beer all the time. I used to get pulled over back behind Dollar General all the time. I wouldn't get pulled over because I technically already parked. I go hide behind the Dollar General in the ghetto of Longview because that's where the school's at.
Yeah.
Really nice campus. Not going to head on for that. Campus super duper nice. But it's in the middle of the ghetto of Longview, Texas, like the bad ghetto. They hear gunshots. They tell everybody don't go outside at night. I don't give a fuck. I'm a cowboy. Like, I'm in a fucking 3/4 ton Dodge blowing black smoke everywhere. I don't give a shit. And I'm pulled back there, and like cops would pull up on me. It took them like around a month or 2 to get used to me being back there, and they'd always come up and talk to me after that. They pull up like, "Why are you back here?" I'm like, "Man, I go to Laterno," and they're like, "No, you don't." I'm like, "No, I really do." Because I was smoking cigarettes, man, and like, you know, like, you can't do that on campus or get caught anywhere at all, or like you get kicked out.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, and they were like, "Oh, okay," like they don't have a smoking area. I'm like, "Nope." They were like, "You know, it's kind of dangerous back here." And I'm like, "Do you really think somebody's about to fuck with this truck in the ghetto?" Like, I'm very comfortable with being here. I don't think anybody's gonna fuck with me.
I'm good.
And they end up being cool. Like, they pull around at night, you know, come talk to me and chill for a little bit. You know, I guess just to get themselves some time off. I don't know.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, I love cops, man. Cops always loved me. Except for those couple that's taking me to jail. But
Fuck those guys.
Yeah.
the ones in Midland didn't want to
guys
take
are
me to jail. They
assholes.
really didn't. But they were like, "Man, you fell down like on camera. We have to take you to jail."
Kind of left us no option.
Yeah. It was fun. I had a good time, you know.
What school was it?
Laterno Private Christian University. R.G. Laterno that invented like the steam excavator, graders, any kind of equipment, like heavy equipment for dirt work. He invented all that. And then he started a private Christian college. Like, these people like don't like you, they can just kick you out. It's like $15,000 a semester. It was for me. I think they actually dropped the price now. They started letting the little normal people in now after I leave, you fucks.
Yeah.
And you know, but one of my friend's dads is actually the head softball coach, Stan Wells. He's a cool guy. So anyways, man, y'all gotta leave here pretty soon, dog.
Yeah, we're gonna grab some lunch and hang out for a little while.
Go and get some of that barbecue over there.
Yeah.
I haven't had it yet, man. I went to that black stand over there and got that right there, and I got some damn quesadillas, and they was good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they had some badass steak quesadillas. Like $7, really wasn't that bad for like a festival price. I felt like.
Yeah, they got a bunch of stuff on there.
I can throw down on some Tex-Mex, too.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you call it Tex-Mex, but I mean, you can tell some white people cook these quesadillas, but
Good enough.
yeah, they're really good for what white people cook quesadillas as.
They call it paninis or something like that. I
Panino.
don't know. Paninos. That's right.
But I gotta get another beer, guys.
Yeah, man.
It was great talking to y'all.
Yeah, brother.
I
Thanks
had
for having us,
fun.
man.
Thanks for having us, Joe.
Yeah, man.
Real fun, real good
yeah,
time.
man.
Be good
yeah,
meeting
brother.
you, man.
Yeah.
You too.
Hopefully I see y'all again somewhere. Y'all play around
Yeah.
like East Texas a lot.
Here and there. I mean, I'm playing out in Tyler acoustic in a couple of weeks, but we don't have any. I mean, it's kind of here and there. We've been sticking around Dallas. We've been out west more here lately.
Yeah, well shit, man. Y'all play like
Yeah.
West Texas, like Odessa or anywhere?
Yeah, we've been playing out by Sweetwater, St. Angelo, Lubbock.
That's a little far for me, man.
Yeah,
I'm in Monahans. Odessa's about as far as I want to go east.
Yeah,
Or Midland.
yeah.
you know.
We've talked about Midland, Odessa. There's some
Try to get
places.
some shows like Dos Amigos or something, man.
Yeah.
They've got a couple good places to play over there.
Oh yeah,
I already like the sound of that.
Yeah.
that place been there
Bet you can
forever.
get some
Yeah,
quesadillas
it looks
there.
like it has too. It's a rough looking place. It's big, but it's rough looking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice.
fucking
Like the
hungry
staff
right now.
there is incredibly nice. It's just something can only be so old before you can't keep it up anymore.
Yeah.
yeah.
I just killed it.
You can only get so much dirt and
wanna
grime
Dr.
on something before you can't
Shake.
clean it. You know,
Did you try
it's
one?
like an old ass restaurant's kitchen. Like, you know, yeah, it's
But I
covered in
want-
black
I
shit. It's
think
called
today's
grease
a
and
good day to
dirt.
try one.
You ain't got enough Dawn to get that off.
Introduced to
Yeah.
them.
They don't make
We
enough
need
Dawn
to go-
dishwashing soap
we
to
need
do
get
that.
Whataburger on the way home.
Yeah.
And we need to get a Dr. Pepper shake.
Yep.
Have you had the Dr. Pepper shake yet?
Nah, man.
It's ridiculous. It's amazing.
Everybody's boycotting Whataburger, but I mean,
Fuck
shit.
that.
They got bought out by an investment firm. That means they make good business decisions.
Yeah, it means-
I'm pretty sure they're not going to change shit.
And it means if we have to go out of town, we might be able to, if they decide to branch out, we might be able to get Whataburger somewhere
Yeah.
else too. Because that's one of the first things I bitch about whenever I'm out of state. It's like, where's the fucking
Absolutely.
Whataburger?
First thing I
Can't find
want
Whataburger.
is when I come back is Whataburger.
I tell you what, I was in Texarkana on New Boston Road, and I got a Whataburger day before yesterday on my way out here, and it was a cold double cheeseburger, and I was still satisfied.
Yeah.
You know, I got it cold, and I was like, yeah, fuck
Nah,
it.
it's
It's
still
still a
pretty
good
good.
cheeseburger.
Oh, I got served a raw meat, almost a completely raw meat, double meat, double cheese one time.
That's just
It wasn't
unsanitary.
until I was halfway done with it, I'm like, this thing is not even cooked. I don't know.
But it was so good, you just
I
inhaled
know,
it.
exactly.
I don't know,
was
man.
so
That's a little
hungry.
unsanitary. That's how you get salmonella.
Yeah. Either way, I still took the biggest.
How did
dump
it
of my
work
life
out?
the next day.
Like a,
I was fine. I was
Solid
fine.
poop?
Yeah, it was a hefty. I mean, Whataburger poops are a different kind.
they
They're
are a
breed.
different breed.
Yeah, yeah.
They do their own thing.
Yeah, that's like the real American detox right there.
Yeah.
Your system is like
You feel
lubricated.
You need to
very
pass the drug
American
test.
and
Just go
male.
go
Yeah,
eat some
exactly.
Whataburger.
You got to go meet your probation officer the next day. You can get yourself a double.
You can pay $50 for them detox pills
Yeah,
all
that's
you
right.
want.
There
Not
you
that I
go.
know how much they cost because I bought them or anything, but
go
I'm
to
just saying
rehab.
you can go to
I'll go to
Whataburger
Whataburger.
and get a $12 meal because the Whataburger is kind of expensive. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, they got up a little bit, but
And,
it's worth it for the cleanse.
And that was before the Chicago. Yeah, you know, it's a cheap cleanse. Seriously.
That's right.
We're gonna end it there before we get too far off the wall. If you'd like to support the Texas Meltdown, you can go to thetexasmeltdown.com. Click the support button. Type in your debit card information and send me some money. It won't go to me, it'll go to buying t-shirts and other supplies. If you'd like to interact with us on social media, you can go to facebook.com and type in the Texas Meltdown Podcast. If you don't already follow us, you should. Or you can head on over to iTunes, where you're probably already at, and leave a 5-star review. That'd really help to get our name out there. We also have a phone number that you can leave us voicemails on. It's 903-207-9528. You can leave us feedback. You can give us things to talk about. You can ask us questions. I give good advice. Again, that number is 903-207-9528. If you'd like to buy a t-shirt, you can go to the Texas Meltdown Podcast on Facebook and leave me a message. Sometimes I have them, sometimes I don't. But as soon as I do get more, I have one sent to you. They're usually $10. I hope y'all had just as much fun listening as I had recording all this. Signing off is Casey Bowles from the Texas fucking Meltdown.